Welcome to Business Q&A. Tourism is becoming increasingly important to South Africa's economy. Last year alone, at least 6 million people chose South Africa as a tourist destination. But how can tourism's growth potential be harnessed as a strategy for rural development? To find out more, I'm joined in studio by the Provincial Manager of Tourism Enterprise Partnership, Akhona Maqwazime. Akhona, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Just what is rural tourism and how different is it from the traditional tourism that we know?
Rural tourism is definitely very different from the traditional tourism that we know, due to the fact that it is an authentic experience of the culture of a region, of a country, where the tourists will participate as much as possible, as far as possible, in the lifestyle and the environment of the indigenous people of the particular region. So where we'd look at it in South Africa, we'd look at it that it would be a little bit off the beaten track, off in our countryside, and some, because we do have a bit of an issue in regards to the definition of rural in South Africa. But definitely you'd want to look at it along the terms of the fact that an experience which is linked to the lifestyle and the environment of the people, where the people or the tourist gets to live the authentic experience of the people. It's not far from ecotourism or any form of adventure tourism, as people would participate and they would be accommodated in those particular regions and participate in food and beverage in those particular regions as well.
Yeah. How different or at least how much does it contribute to South Africa's economy? How big is tourism development?
It is incredibly very minimal currently at the moment, if we look at it from that particular perspective. And it has not been an area that has been hard tracked in South Africa sufficiently, if I could put it in that particular term, because the focus is always, we have to start somewhere, has always been within the urban regions, our township tourism, where you find to a particular degree we began to perhaps bastardize our rural tourism by giving township experiences. So I cannot give you an absolute definitive at the moment with regards to what is its true contribution to our GDP.
Yeah, in the event that we work on rural tourism in South Africa, how sustainable do you think it will be?
Look, I think you need to look at it as any other business opportunity that presents itself. You know, we don't have to look at it with a mentality due to where some of it will be located. But you'll find businesses that are incredibly sustainable. If I could give you an example, there's this amazing business out in the Wild Coast, which is known as Bulungula Lodge. I'd love to give them that bit of airtime. They are our clients at Tourism Enterprise Partnership. And they have sustained their businesses well over the past 4 years. In their first year of business, they were able to pay out dividends to the community in which they work with, as well as the partners that had invested in the particular lodge within the particular region, making a little impact to their current environment. And over the past year have been able to increase their bed nights by over 80%. I think that rivals any statistic out there in the country.
And what are some of the challenges that are being faced, or at least entrepreneurs facing when it comes to rural wanting to enter sort of the rural market? What are some of the challenges?
I think we've got to be quite clear about the fact that they're not too far based from what your urbanized or location tourism might be. But once again, you'd find that access roads, infrastructure, I mean, in order for tourism to thrive in areas, you need the right health, so you need health systems, you need transportation, communication, electricity, and of course, an educated workforce working in those particular regions. So those are certain challenges within those particular regions in order to ensure that there is sanitation in those particular regions, because you find them in very far-flung areas where you find that a lot of some of the tourism products out there have come with ingenious ways from water salination, picking up water directly from the ocean and salinating that water in order to utilize it as washing, etc. for their clients that come to their lodges. Where you'd find there's a client, once again, who's based in the Wild Coast, who uses what is called a toilet paper shower. You know, where they perfume the particular shower, a little piece of toilet paper, they put it in the bottom, and it gives you hot water. It's absolutely amazing.
Wow.
You know, and they harness the power of energy directly from the sun, as well as directly from their natural environment.
Yeah, and very, very quickly, what actually needs to be done in general to ensure that we've got a successful rural tourism development in South Africa?
You have to look at, I mean, the National Department of Tourism is definitely on the right track with regards to the current strategy development which they've engaged in terms of the direction which we're going in. But it cannot be simply at a national sphere. We need to ensure that all the 3 spheres of government are participating from a national, local and provincial level, that we are speaking to each other, and that we ensure that we integrate our municipalities with regards to their tourism sector plans. Their LED strategies, the tourism sector plan cannot be simply a one-liner in terms of, yes, there's tourism, there's going to be accommodation. We need to be assisting them to expand further on what is unique about our particular area, what are the unique challenges, or what are the great advantages that we've got in our areas. So definitely the local private public partnerships are required, because some of the great examples that we can give you with some of the businesses that we've worked with in rural areas, it's been a community public-private partnership where the investor has come in, worked with the community, made sure they understand the needs of the community, because they can be incredibly diverse with regards to what their views are, what they see their needs are going into the future. So definitely, if we could focus on those community public-private partnerships, yes, they are time-consuming. Yes, community development is time-consuming, but it pays off when you do find a great product and you begin to develop it and you focus it, and not focusing on mass scale. If I can mention an off-take from FTTSA the other day was on the fact that we need to allow it to have its own organic growth in those particular regions.
Absolutely. Akhona, thank you so much for joining us.
Great. Thank you so much.
That was Akhona Maqwazime, Provincial Manager of Tourism Enterprise Partnership. Thanks for watching.